What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Joey Collects. I am Joey. What's going on, everybody? Hope a couple days into the new year, we are all having, a good couple days. I know people going back to work, myself included. And if you had some days off, I know that transition back can be pretty rough. Trust me. I get it. But so today I wanted to get into something a little different. As I'm trying to be good, I'm looking at about 3 or 4 figures right now that I kind of want. But I'm trying to be good and not buy anything yet. I'm trying to kind of hold off. I got some things coming up on the horizon. Trying to save some money, but temptation is knocking at my door, and I've been kind of thinning my collection out, selling some stuff off kind of purposely, so I can kind of get some money back and try to offset some costs. But got a Mercari page for that. But that's besides the point. We'll talk about that another time. So I named this episode like exploring your Toyverse or your toy universe or your fig fed, whatever you may have called it growing up. And honestly, I'm just being nosy. Like before I get into it, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Pushing for our first 50 subscribers. We're like, there's somebody beside me. I'm pushing for my first 50 subscribers. It'd be great. And just join me on the toy journey. You see all these things behind me, all these little cubicles are empty. So join me on my journey to collect and fill these shelves up, and we'll just grow together. I always want to talk toys, always want to talk figures, and meet people like-minded in the game, in the industry, and see where it goes from there. But yeah, today I'm just kind of being nosy at this point, honestly. Like I said, I haven't picked up anything yet. If I do pick up some stuff out, I'll just put a short or a new video or something out. But I just want to know. So as when we were kids, right? And I'm sure everybody had fig feds. Everybody had your universe you played in your mind, your imagination. If you play with wrestlers, you had your favorite character. Mine was The Rock. If you saw my top 20, top 23, my top 10 countdown last video, you'll see he was in my top figures for a reason. But yeah, when you play with wrestlers, you had obviously your main guy, you had the guy you hated probably. I'm sure we all had that figure that we just were just like, this is the bad guy. This is the worst guy of the bunch. He's trash. He always got beat up super quick or something. He always threw him off the table. His arm broke off or something. If you played with, Joes and stuff like that, there's always the good guys and the bad guys. But you always had your kind of crosses of, you could put this guy and throw a gun in his hand and say, oh, the giant is part of the bad guys now, and all that. When we were kids, it was amazing. We had some crazy imaginations. Everything, we ran wild. I'm sure a lot of us got in trouble for getting a toy and breaking it. Sometimes you got a new toy and you would break it like ASAP, and you wouldn't get a new one for a while. I'm sure we all went through it. But my thing is, like, now as adult collectors, obviously, no, I'm not sitting on, my bed, like, with toys just bashing into each other, throwing them off the bed, breaking them. I'm not doing that. But as a collector, do you still have maybe a fig fed or a universe in your head, or when you build your collections, do you collect just because you like the figure, or if you're a completionist, or do you collect because you see a figure and know how this figure can potentially fit with other figures and it looks great together? Not everything's going to work. There's going to be hits, some going to be misses. But like me personally, right now I actually have her sitting right here. I have the Jaded Toys Chun-Li sitting here. And of course, Street Fighter line. I got the Fei Long, I got the Ryu. But I'm sitting here looking at Chun-Li. And one of the figures actually I'm looking at right now is the Your Forger SH Figure Arts. So currently on Amazon. And something about those two paired up, Chun-Li with the yelling or screaming face, Yor with her more serious face when she's at her job, and kind of pairing them together, and just having a little squad like that. Then I was thinking about Mai from King of Fighters, and maybe putting her there too. Like, I just, like, how you get ideas, and you want to have that shelf of that, or that picture of that, or that fig fed or whatever it may be in your mind. Just like, this compare with this, and this is going to look great. Like, do you still have that idea? Does your imagination still run as a collector? And I'm sure for a lot it does, because a lot of people, when you see some of their setups, how they look crazy amazing, they'll be sitting on a shelf, and you'll see, like, for example, you'll see pictures of Valorverse, and you'll see a picture of, the Action Force heroes gunning down some of the other characters. You'll see the blood effects. You'll see people get like caught in the neck. People with, like, different weaponry, and it looks amazing. And that's just their imagination coming to life in figure form, and that's them. That's, to me, that's almost the equivalent of them playing with their figures now. Like, you set them up in this amazing way, and whenever time you walk in the room, you'll just look at it and you'll just like, this is amazing, because one, I set it up. Two, it just looks great. So I guess that's kind of like my thing. Do you collect? Do you collect for nostalgia reasons? Do you collect because you have that imagination still running in your head in some way, in some shape or form? As you as an adult collector now, you want to still be able to display and play with your figures. Like, yeah, you can take a figure off the shelf, you can pose it up a little bit, you can look at it like, man, it's a great figure, and put it back. But when you have like a whole big display piece, and I mean, you got effects going everywhere, you got like maybe even like explosion effects going, people laid out on the ground, cars and airplanes and stuff, missiles flying, like, those displays are spectacular. And I mean, me personally, I'd love to get to that level, just being able to display. I don't have the space for it, but I'd love to be able to display something like that. So I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like a big long video, but it was just something on my mind. Like, another idea I did have, and a figure that got me into not mythics, cosmic legions, is my one and only cosmic right now, is the Syrian Spire. Now, I love this figure. It's not a whole world beater. It's not the greatest figure ever, but it's a great figure. It stands easy. Like, from the first time I took out the package, stood it up, boom, done. I slapped her accessories on. Her weapons are on. Big guns on the back. Two great head sculpts. I mean, this got me into Cosmic Legions. This one figure. Now I'm looking at 2 or 3 others. I got maybe 1 or 2 already pre-ordered. Hopefully they'll be here at some point in life, because there's always delays and stuff. But I looked at this, and so when I look at this figure, my favorite video game trilogy or video games in general, is Mass Effect. Hence why I gravitated more towards the Cosmics. So when I see that, I see her. She has the blue face. Now I'm looking at other Cosmic Legions. Now I'm seeing who else can match. Now I see the girl Callie and Shoons will be coming out, but I don't think she's coming out until 2025. But she's kind of got orange hair, orange face, and she has blue hair. There's 2, 3 more figures now that are Cosmics that I see, because now I want to pose them all together. Now make that a group. And then when I look at the Foray planets, the same thing. And I took honestly, I might be a Foray completionist. I look at Veteran William. I can't wait to take the package. I just don't have. I say I don't have the space, but I got all that up there. But this, again, the mind is going, and there's something that I want to do. I see the Veteran William. I see the Blade Master. For the life of me, I can never remember this Bunny Samurai, but he'd be called Bunny Samurai on this channel until I remember his name. But pairing the Bunny Samurai with the Blade Master, and if you saw some of those pictures that are on, they're like, I believe, a Beijing festival. Foray has some amazing figures coming out soon. I say soon, but it's probably going to be another 2-3 years before most of those are out. If you haven't seen it, I will try to find a picture. I'll share it on my Instagram. Same name, Joey Collects. I'll try to share it there or something. But these are some amazing figures. Just for the pictures and the art, how it looks. There's a lion figure coming out that looks incredible. There's a tiger. There's a fox. There's a fox and a monkey that kind of have the same green down jacket. And the monkey especially has a green down jacket and blue jeans, and fits perfectly with Veteran William. There's a fox. I forget his name, but he also looks like he kind of has like a green down jacket. I think he has maybe brown or tan pants. fits right in with veteran waving and this monkey that's coming out. So I'm looking at figures like that, and I'm like, man, I could put those three together, and that's just some type of, I don't even know, like a detective unit that could be police officers or whatever. Because veteran William, I don't know, they're like what's his, you know, you have to read the comics and see what all he is. Bounty hunters, whatever you want them to be, it's your imagination, it's your mind. But seeing those three, I immediately, as soon as I saw the monkey and the fox, I was like, they're going to have a veteran William. The 2-pack of brothers that are coming out, the one kind of yin and yang, one's kind of like a black, one's a white. And then I looked at, if you see Memory Toys has a panda coming out who looks like he has the whole like samurai, not samurai. He has kind of like a kung fu master kind of get up, black and white gi. He has the straw hat similar to Blade Master. He has a pipe in his hand. So I'm like, man, if I can get this Memory Toys panda and pair him with the Yin and Yang brothers, he could be like the master to the Yin and Yang brothers. There's so many different ideas. In every video I've done so far, I start going off track because I keep sitting here and I'm like, man, if I put this and that and I do this and that, you know what? That's another video. This is the video I'm talking about. Exploring my mind, letting my mind and my ideas out, and also exploring yours. Asking you, what do you see in your head when you pick something up or when you see something online and you're just like, man, that matches really well with this. There's another figure that just came out. It's on 5K Toys. I should have been sharing stuff on there. And I could pull it up actually. But there's another figure that just came out. It's a military figure. And I have Joe's, I have what else? I have Joe's, I have Valverse all mixed in. There's a figure that's up there right now. I believe it's on 5K Toys. It looks amazing. It's an army figure. I think it's kind of like a bomb detector. He looks spectacular. He'll fit right in. There's so many figures that are out there, and I'm gonna go back and keep doing my whole just exploring other websites for their toys and their products and talking about what's potentially on my wish list for that site. I'm going to keep doing that series because the 5K was great. I love that. But I want to keep talking about this too. There's another one. I kit bash an army build Marvel Legends. I get the head off of a different Marvel Legend. I get maybe a shield body and I pop on the shield head. I want to build out an entire like just female shield unit. And then just have Nick Fury and one other just standing next to her. Just a whole, it doesn't have to be all females, but just a whole shield unit. I want to build that out too. There's just so many different ideas that you have. And I don't know if other people have these same ideas. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody does. What I mean to say is I don't know if other people do videos like this where they actually put their ideas out there to other people and just be like, yo, this is what I'm thinking. This is what's going on in my mind when I look at this figure. But why not talk about it? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not talk more about it? I can talk about whatever figure that I want that I see behind me. I can talk about what I potentially have in carts and everything. I think right now I have, oh man. Right now I want to build a custom kill switch because I was late to the Valverse game and I refused to pay $100 for these Valverse figures. I'm going to be patient for a little bit. I'm going to see if anything gets reissued, but I know I can go on the Valverse website. I can buy the kill switch upgrade pack that comes with the kill switch head. I can pick up a Delta Trooper or a Desert Trooper female body, pop the head on there, and get an upgrade pack and put that on and have my own custom kill switch. I did the same thing with I did a custom Pandora, so I can do a custom kill switch. There's so many just pop and play mix match options out there that it's just easy to build your own stuff and have your own imagination about what you want to do with your figures. But like the wrestling figures, I might be out of, to be honest. I love them, but they're gonna go on forever and ever and ever, and I can't pick up 10 of the same person just wearing a red suit instead of a blue suit instead of an orange suit. I love them. I may enjoy them from afar. I'll have what I have. Maybe I'll pick up a couple more. Every once in a while, I may pick up one. You know, if I think maybe this might be the one and only figure, or if I think, hey, this is just a cool figure, like maybe the Carmelo Hayes I was looking at, the Roxanne Perez I was looking at, the Core J, like stuff like that. I might pick those up. But picking up a whole bunch of wrestlers like this anymore, that's not gonna happen. I have too many other ideas. My imagination goes crazy for too many other toy lines to to keep doing the whole wrestling thing. So I'm saying it now. I'm backing out of the wrestling scene. There's some other ones that are out there that are pretty cool. Legends of Lucha Libre has some cool ones coming out, like with Taya Valkyrie. The Vampiro figure looks pretty cool. I want to grab an Alex Hammerstone MLW figure just because it's their first line, and those look pretty good. But they've been up, we're waiting for those forever. Then there's the TNA line that I'm waiting to see what happens with the TNA line. That would be great to see if they end up putting out some great figures too. So there's going to be a couple that I will pick up, but I won't be toy hunting as much just for Legends figures and Mattel Elites and all that stuff. I won't be toy hunting like that anymore. For those at least, I have too many other figures I'm looking at. Too many custom figures. Too many the Mythic Legions now. There's so much. There's so much out there, and I just love being able to just explore these things. I actually have the best girlfriend in the world, but she picked up the Heat Boys Michelangelo TMNT figure for me. I already have the Leonardo sitting up there up top, so now I have the Michelangelo on the way, and I have two. So I gotta go back and get Raph, and then I gotta get Donnie when Donnie comes out. That just has to happen. You have to have the whole turtle team. So between completing the Heat Boys, at least those four, maybe Shredder, not crazy over Splinter. April's okay. Shredder looks crazy though. Krang's gonna be too big for me to fit anywhere in here. And other than that, I between that and the Fury planets, I'm just gonna be too busy. My mind's gonna be way too far anywhere else to pick up doubles of other people. But that's really the video. That's honestly and truly the video. I just want to know what you guys collect and where your mindset is when you collect, and what are your ideas? What's your imagination say to you when you're doing these things? Because I see when toy creators, or I see the imagination of people who custom build their figures. When people custom build like a Mythic League, if you're not in like the Facebook group for like Mythic League, the Cabal and all that stuff, you should probably join it. I only have that Skeletal Knight as the Mythic Legion. It was gifted to me by a guy to get me into the Cabal, and I appreciate it. And I'm not going to leave my collection, but that is the one. Oh, sorry, I have two. I have the Valiant Knight, but it is the fact that it's an incredible figure. By the way, I pulls it around all day. But if you're not in that group, and even on Instagram, you look at Mythic Customs. Again, I'm not the biggest Mythic person. There's a couple I want to pick up. The Poctus wave looks pretty wild. There's a couple in there I might pick up. And then, of course, the bear and all that stuff looks spectacular. That's a little down the line. Pre-orders are up right now. If you guys don't know, but I think the window closes in a little bit. But I'm pretty sure I'm like the last person that hasn't pre-ordered at this point, because I'm so late behind in the game. But they are incredible figures, and seeing people have something incredible and then add on to it, and a lot of times make it look even more spectacular, or just having their own personal touch or flair or whatever to it, it makes you see their vision and their creation and their imagination, and that to me is amazing. That's awesome. I don't have the creative skill to do stuff like that, at least not right now. I'm a little young in the game, but maybe one day. But that is it. That's the video. If you made it to the end, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Very abrupt ending, I know, but I'm not going to drag this along. I dragged it further than it needed to go probably anyway, and I could run for another hour if I really wanted to. But my question is, again, as adult collectors, what is your imagination at when you're collecting? Do you still have a Fig Fed? Do you still have a Toyverse? Do you still have plans for certain figures to put them with certain other figures that may not just be in that line or that brand or that company or anything? Do you see this figure and say, this can go with this figure, and they'll have this whole little squad, and I'll be this squad on my shelf? Well, that's where I'm at. I want to see where, because I mean, I even did these two. Like, they don't go together, but they do for me. Like, where is your mind at when you collect? That's my question. Where is your mind at when you collect? But again, I'm not rambling anymore. I'm done. Let me know down in the comments below. I'm on Facebook. Hit me on Instagram under the same name, Joey Collects. Give me a follow. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me to my first 50 subscribers. That'd be amazing. I don't have a Patreon or anything. I just, you want to give me $1? Give me $1. That's cool. I'll drop my cash app in the comments. But you guys have a great night, great evening. Happy collecting. Have fun. Stay safe. And on to 2024, right? I'm out.